Good morning, people. Running late, and as you can see, the black screen of death. Um, I am having some issues with Thinkorswim. It is installing update and it's taking forever. They do this every day. All right. Sometimes it take a few seconds, sometimes it take longer, but every day I have no idea how or what Thinkorswim software Java works, but we'll see. Right now, have been in installing update hell for quite some time. If it doesn't work, we're just gonna have to sit here and talk about it. But quick update: I did sell, as I mentioned in the app, in the chat group, my Twitter. Well, I sold some at 48 something, and then I have a stop. Unfortunately, my stop triggered because in the early part of trading day, Twitter was pretty violent, and then it went up. I still have shares in my wife and my son account. Okay, so all of the share that I mentioned yesterday in my personal account is gone. I have 50 in my son and I have 100 in my wife account. So at least I still have 150 shares there, exposure to Twitter. So I will leave them be for now. I did write a cover calls on Twitter on my wife account yesterday with the 55 strike. Hey, if we get to 55 by Friday, I'll be happy to take another, you know, 500 bucks in profit on my wife accounts. But for now, that's what's going on with my Twitter. All right, it's done updating. Let's see if I can log in. Finger crossed, it should work. This is probably the biggest update I have had for a long time. Yeah, usually it takes every day. Every day when I log into Thinkorswim, it's installing update. So I don't know what they do to need to update every single day, but that's how Thinkorswim work. I'm sure for those that have Thinkorswim, you probably see similar kind of thing, right? So finger crossed that everything is a-okay. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. My hair is a little bit messy. It's dark in here because um, it is another cloudy, rainy day. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's go. Morning, Rob, Jesse, Socrates, Crapplebox, David Jackson, Pigpen, and Paul M is here. Good morning. Um, just have to be patient. Come on. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with the market. I have not even checked in, to be honest, and I have not even texted anything with my brother this morning. Um, let's just take a look at Cnbc real quick to see what's going on. Here we go. Finally, it's loading. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Okay, looking good. Okay, XBI look like still holding on. Okay, there's no reason for me or Justin or my brother to sell any right here. Okay, our target up there. Justin target is even higher. Okay, he think up here. He think up here, right? So he has a much higher expectation. As you can see, if you span out 3 years, XBI has been in a funk. If you bought XBI 3 years ago, you basically flat. Pretty disgusting. Okay, pretty disgusting. So the biotech in general has been crushed. Can you imagine if Moderna and other vaccine player did not do well? Can you imagine how ugly this chart would have been without the vaccine players? So XBI had been crushed. Money has been flowing out of XBI for sure in the last year and a half, okay? But it's coming back. It's coming back with a vengeance here with volume. When it hit the bottom here, the 3-year low, volume picked up significantly. Just didn't like it when it break the trend, right? So up we run. We like that kind of thing, okay? All right, let me see what's going on in the chat. If it's any question, if you have any questions specific on any specific stock, you know how it is. Ask me and I will answer. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, Crapplebox, use a web-based version without the update. Now, are you on Mac or PC? Maybe that's also another issue that I have. Maybe because I use a Mac, they do some more updated on a daily basis, but it's literally every day, okay? I can't recall when the last time I logged into Thinkorswim and don't have some kind of small update. Let's talk about Starbucks. Ugly. What now? Okay, so here's the problem with Starbucks. Okay, it dropped down to the 20. It's gonna be a battle. Okay, most likely it's gonna give. So am I gonna sell my Starbucks here? Depends. Okay, I have my stop there, but look like it's gonna go below the stop, right? You know what's gonna happen with Starbucks now with the bad news that they stopped the buyback? It's gonna drift down to the most likely down here. So yes, would I stop out here? Absolutely. Okay, if it's gonna gap below my stop, nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing I can do about it. So I would just have to watch it to see if it come back. Okay, but what I think will happen with Starbucks is it's gonna go down. It's gonna drift sideways or below in this range down here. It's gonna like it might even close the gap down here. Okay, 83. So why would I not want to sell at 87 and buy back at 83? Why wouldn't I? Right? Common sense. Save yourself $4 of pain. Right? So yes, I would do it. I'm not telling you any of you on doing that, but that's how I look to play. I still like Starbucks long term, but I think for now it's gonna most likely close the gap in the next few days and then go sideways, and then the 20 MA is gonna come down. So in 2 or 3 months, who knows? Okay, it's gonna be one of those that we want to see the 20 MA drift down to the point where the stock flatline and then break out. Okay, the bad news is in. No matter what they say about what's happened this quarter, it's gonna be crappy. All right, so don't expect anything good from Starbucks. All right, unfortunately, that's what happened. All right. Yes, fundamental sometimes would trump anything. Nothing we can do about that. Okay, it was doing well here, and then they want to do the good thing for society. So that's what you get. That's why Justin is not a fan of any company that are trying to appease the mass with the wokeness nonsense. Corporate exists for one reason: make profit. I agree. Pander to the loudmouth is not pander to the mass or the shareholder, right? CEO mistaken that the loudmouth are shareholders. No, the loudmouth are not shareholders. The loudmouth often are the broke ass, can't afford anything but just like to be loud. F the loudmouth, okay? I can't say enough about how I agree with Justin for a long time now. He's just like, he's political, but at the same time, he's okay. He prefer every company to play neutral, stay neutral. There's no need to side with anyone. You're there to make money for yourself and your shareholder. Focus on that. Okay, let's take a look at banks that took a beating yesterday and bounced. Okay, JP Morgan, all right, it filled the gap, right? It filled the gap and then it bounced. It can go sideways, but Justin, one of my other friend, he bought yesterday. Justin, he probably got mad I mentioned his name. um, he bought on the gap, okay, gap fill, and he texted me right away. He's like, Nick, did I do the right thing? I'm like, yeah, you didn't do the wrong thing. You bought the gap. That was a lot. If you waited patiently after it gapped up and do nothing here, didn't chase it, and then now you buy the gap down here, then you did the good thing. All right, there's nothing wrong. Okay, so if you don't have any position in JP Morgan, this is not a bad spot to buy, but keep in mind, I have spoken about how I expect banks earning to not be so great for this quarter. So depend on what JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, depend on how they react next week as far as ramping up. If they're ramping up, okay, if there's a bounce in banks, I probably will sell out on some position, if not even more. Depend on where they go, I plan to sell some of them. Why? I expect earning to not be so good. And I also expect forecast to be not so rosy. All right. JP Morgan already came out and talked about how tough things are. And if you don't know, the JP Morgan, the Morgan Stanley, my hair's complete crazy today. And Goldman Sachs, they make a lot of money with IPO. I already talked about this before. And if you pay attention, the last 3 months have been like a drought in IPO because the market has been fairly weak, and a lot of companies are not crazy about going public because there is little appetite for them. They don't want to go public and have the share drop below IPO price and piss off everybody, right? So I expect that now. If the second quarter, which is we are in the second quarter, if you see a bunch of IPO hitting the market in May and June, yeah, that then banks earning will be awesome, right? But unless they have awesome trading gains, trading revenue, expect them to have not so great blowout numbers. Okay, so keep that in mind with all banks. Doesn't matter if it's Goldman Sachs. It's less important with Wells Fargo because Wells Fargo is not as heavy into the IPO game, right? But Goldman Sachs, yeah, I mean it's weak, but the street anticipated that. Okay, you got to understand. People have always said higher rate help financial, right? You heard that a zillion times. Well, guess what? Why isn't look at TLT? TLT had crashed. Sure, it bounced a little bit, but that's it. Okay, I think the 20 MA is gonna rock TLT to keep it down here, but rate has risen significantly in the quarter, right? Over the last month, but yet banks are not reflecting that. Okay, all banks from JP Morgan to Goldman Sachs, all financial, outside of Square, PayPal, stuff like that, because the street already factor in the lack of IPO revenue. All right, so it's baked in, but you all know just because it's already baked in, there's always going to be a knee-jerk reaction because there's always somebody out there that have no idea what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? You know, bank's earnings is going to be awesome because rate is higher, blah, blah, blah. And then when the news come out that revenue is down quarter to quarter, year to year, blah, 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 they'll be like, oh, but I thought higher rate is good for banks. IPO is even better for banks, okay? So nobody talk about that. All right, let's talk about Square. Square, if you didn't take profit up here, you should, okay? You should have. I don't own any Square, but you should have. Look, there are sellers jumping ahead of the 100 MA to get out, okay? The risk reward is not with Square right now. It already risen plenty. You had your chance, okay? PayPal, better, okay? I like PayPal more, but if you took profit like I did, I sold some at 121 and then I bought some back at 115 or something like that. Yeah. Would I sell again up here at 122? Maybe, okay? But for sure, I took some profit, I bought it back. I'm likely to take the same profit again on the same share. Why not? On $5 gain, why not? AWK, America Waterworks. Oh, if you have this, you better have your stop down here, 165.24. Okay, the 100 MA should be your stop. Okay, if it breaks the 200 MA, it can run. All right, it can run. How high? That high. It's been here. It has been here, okay, twice. If you don't sell up here, shame on you. Look, twice, reject hard. So have your stop, let it run. If it get over the 200 MA, put your stop here. So raise your stop from here to here. If it get over the 200 MA resistance, and then it can run, okay? It can run. But if you don't sell at 190, you're gonna hear me calling you out right here in future videos. I want to save this because it's a good chart. WK. All right. Would I chase it here? No. What would I do if this thing break the 200 and check back? I buy on the check back. Okay. For now, I wouldn't touch it. But if you see this chart and you like it, don't chase it here. Let it break. Let it check back, and then go. Be patient. Okay, there will be a check back usually. See, look down here. Break out. You say to yourself, oh, I missed it. Okay, right here, look. And then guess what? There's a check back. It might take a month for the check back. Sometimes it's a couple days. It can be a month. You will feel stupid paying 162 when you can buy the check back at 153, a whole $10 cheaper. Okay, so wait for the check back. Low. I got stopped out. But I like low here. Okay, I don't have any problem with low here. I got stopped out, and if you watched yesterday, I talked about how my strategy always like I have a stop, but if a stock I like, I put a buy order in below, or I write a put. Okay, so I wrote a put right away. As soon as I get the notice, I write the put. So basically, the premium from the put negate the loss I had. Okay, so it's an even out trade for me, and then I will probably sell more put down here at 200 because I sold the put at 195 down here. Okay, the put was 195 strike price, and if we stay above 195, guess what? I will likely get that premium, and then I will write another put like at 200. This way, if the stock dropped to 200, where I had the stop, I will buy it back below. So net, I make out okay. Okay, so that's my strategy there. I'm not worried about oil price. Okay, back up, who cares? It was a lot higher. Okay, I'm not worried one bit about how oil has been so volatile. Okay, it go up $2. The price of the barrel can go up $3, $4, $5, and then it drop $10. I mean, it's not. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. Okay, I'm not concerned at all. Look at Exxon. Okay, not concerned. I mean, I would love to buy Exxon down here. If Exxon dropped to 80, I'm buying more. Okay. If USO get anywhere near 80, I'm buying my put again. Okay, I will go short again. All right, no doubt about it. I've been waiting patiently. Jetblue. I add some Jetblue yesterday, and I will add more. Okay, down here, yeah. The tailwind is with the airline, the booking, the Airbnb, the wind, the MGM. The one stock that I had for a long time that I have a small, I had a lot more, but I sold so much, and I wish I kept some, but that's all right. Is the Live Nation. I had that for a while, okay, and make a killer. I don't talk about it ever because it's something that I had for a couple years, right? So I'm not gonna. Would I buy Live Nation here? The answer is yes. Okay, so if you don't have Live Nation and you want to nibble at 113, would I add more at this 113, 114 level? Yes, I wouldn't buy it here. Okay, I had an order in yesterday down here on a dump, but I missed it. It was just didn't go low enough, but I had it right here on the 100 MA. I had it right there at 130. Well, I had it at 113. The stock only went down to 113.41 cents. Okay, so if you want exposure to rebound play, Live Nation could be the one. It's strongest of all the rebound play. Okay, stronger than MGM. MGM, buy on dip. Win. Tough spot here for Win. It need to break. Okay, Win is at the. I would not buy Win here. I would not add to Win here, but if it keep going sideways, key spot here. If it can break this, we see 91. We see the 200 above. Back to airline. Save. Okay, markets open. Bookings down, and my Amazon's down, Google's down, CMG down, Tesla down. Is it a down day? I guess it is. Save. Same thing here. Okay, save. I would buy 20 MA. Let's see what's up. Bitcoin's up. Wow. Facebook's up. All right. Gold up a little bit. USO up a little bit. Not enough for me to short. LH up a little bit. So yeah, LH, okay. Nothing to worry here. Okay, stabilizing. That's fine. What was it that I say look below and fail? For those that remember yesterday, when I look at a chart In the chat group, I talk about if something go green, the big guy is going to be bullish. What stock was that? Was it what was it? If anybody remember, I don't want to run to the chat group and read, but I talk about a stock that the big guy like. Was it JBXT, JB Hunt? Okay, if this thing turned green today, the big guy will like. Okay, but it need to reverse. I might add more to JBXT here, JB Hunt. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, let me text my brother to tell him that I'm adding to JBXT down here. I mentioned something. It's another stock, I think, yesterday, but I forgot what it is. CSX. If you were lucky to buy CSX at 35 yesterday, congratulations. That was the right move, okay? I talk about it. I think I missed it. It bounced, it hit here so quick before I can enter in my order, and then I placed my order at 35 and it never got back there. But yeah, I like CSX transport. UPS, we bought some yesterday. We bought some. It getting whacked again. So what would I do? I'm not buying more. Okay, I'm not buying more right here. I bought a small position. Where would I buy next? I would patiently wait for 198 should it be there. Okay, but for now, I'm not adding more. I bought it at, was it 203, 202, something like that? I can't remember. But for now, me no likey the gap down here. Okay, but if it get down to 199, 198, I would nibble some more. For sure down here. Okay, for sure 195, heck yes. UPS 195, heck yes. How about chip? We haven't talked about chip. Chip, yeah, yeah. I sold some Qualcomm. We'll see. Would I buy Qualcomm down here? Maybe. Okay, maybe. How about AMD? Not so bad. Not good either. How about Intel? I bought some Intel. Well, I tried to buy some Intel yesterday. I tried. It moved up too quick. I had my order in at 48.3 or something like that, and it after the dip, it never got down there. I would place my order 48.4, 48.15 down here. Okay, anything between 48.35 and 48, 47 down here. I would like to buy Intel down here. Okay, not up here, down here. Texas Instrument. First spot to buy would be 179-ish, right? A little lower. In fact, I'm gonna put an alert so I know. Create alert. Below. Nibble. Save it. Okay, let's take a look at the Roblox. Yeah, I mean, it's in a tight range here. Okay, so this is one of those stocks that you better be ready to sell on a profit. The 50 MA is coming down. Okay, it has done its part for us. If you bought it here, mid 40s, you had your chance to sell at 48 and 50. So some of us did. So be ready. to hit that trigger to sell at 51 and 52, okay, and buy back, buy low, sell high, buy 46-ish, sell anything above 49, 50, yeah, it will be in sideways for a while, okay, and for sure with earning, avoid, okay, I will be out completely on earning before earning. I'm not gonna hold on to this. If I hold on to roadblocks into earning, it's gonna be like 25% of my current holding. I don't plan to have even half into earning day. Okay, so I don't want to ever have big exposure to any stock on earning days. No. This is not an environment to hold on to anything on earning days because earning is likely going to be disappointing for many stocks. If not disappointing, the guidance will be disappointing. Okay, and stock move even more on the guidance. We are experiencing a slowdown in the economy. So if anybody think guidance is going to be good luck to you. Okay, good luck to you. I'm not going to chance it. Restoration Hardware. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. So if anybody that bought Restoration Hardware yesterday or the day before, congratulations. Would you sell here? Absolutely. Sell some. Okay, gap up, sell some. You know the rule. There is no such thing as do nothing on the gap up. Sell some. Yes, there was Restoration Hardware that the big guy and I is that's one of the stock that he liked. Okay, he liked it when it reversed yesterday, and then yeah, for those that did buy Restoration Hardware, congratulations. Yeah, he liked Restoration Hardware after the dump. After the dump, okay, it's usual 3 days, 1, 2, 3, buy on the third day usually is a pretty safe spot. Okay, I can't say enough that if you follow stocks long enough and you see the dump, try your best. If you buy, to buy small on the first day, buy small on the second day. The third day is usually the better day to buy. Okay, it's trust me, the more you follow the dump, the more you see that there is a reason why people say wait 3 days. There is a reason. It's not by chance. It's not foo-foo talk. It is trial. It had tested and proved. Okay, it's I'm guilty many times to buy the first day, but I learned to buy small, real small. Because I have seen, sure, there has it been time when it dumped one day and then it reversed? Absolutely. Okay, that has happened. I would say 50-50, maybe 1 out of 5 that happened. That's why I buy small, because I don't want, to like, oh, I missed the dump and it run up. The big guys say, forget it. If that's 1 out of 5 times, forget it. Go with the high percentage win and wait 3 days. Facebook, I like. Okay, there's nothing here to sell. The big guy is saying we are waiting until 245. Okay, 245. So can this go sideways for a couple days? Absolutely, but there is no reason to sell yet. The big guy would say raise your stop. I need to ask him, where would you put your stop on Facebook? I'm pretty sure he would say the 50 MA, okay, which is 225. It will be the stop. He was advising everyone to raise stop along the way. And now that it's up here, he would say, put your stop here. At least you locked in, okay? But, yep, as always, on a gap down, you look for the first spot to sell on where it gap, okay? So right there. Does that mean that I'm going to sell no, I'm not going to put an order to sell there. I want to see what it will behave. Okay, depend on how it move up here. If it's going to be depend on what's going on and it gap over, that's fine. Hey, that'd be great. But for now, that's a spot to watch closely. Okay, so everybody watch 245 closely. Anything near 245, we got to pay close attention to see if we need to trim or let it ride. For him, right here, he's not looking at the big closing the gap here. That's way too far ahead. Okay, that's like the 200 MA. What would drive Facebook? What do you think can drive? What kind of news can drive Facebook to close the gap? What do you think? I know the answer, but I wait for people to figure out if they can put it in there. BOC. BOC. Would I nibble Facebook here? No. If there is a check back to the 50 MA, yes. BOC, Boston Omaha. What the heck is it? What kind of business is Boston Omaha? Is it like a new IPO? Yeah, it's a new okay, so it hit the low. It hit the low. It's too early to say. Okay, if you want to nibble, you can. I don't know what the heck it is. Certainly, it's a lot better down here buying at the low, right? It's forming the M. Can it bounce? Maybe, but I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know what it is. What kind of business is it? Taki said, "Nah, that's not the reason why Facebook would go up." What was the reason for the big gap down? Yes, they missed earning, but what was the reason for the missed earning? Outside of less engagement because they banned Trump and other people. I'm just looking at things here. Baba, yeah. Nvidia is down. Oh, let's take a look at Nvidia. Ad spending, okay. I'm gonna give you the answer. Facebook has not able to figure out how to work around Apple iOS as far as blocking personal private data so they can't target ads. That has plagued them for the last 2 quarters, okay, since Apple update the iOS on the iPhone. So Facebook mobile revenue dropped significantly the last 2 quarters, and unlike Snapchat, they have not able to figure it out. Okay, they have not able to work around it. So if they come up with the news next month, next week, next quarter, say, hey, we have come up with a solution to work around the block, and now we can go back to target the ads, and the ads revenue is returning for small businesses, I can guarantee you it will be a rip your face reversal. Okay, that is what, you know, it's people like to blame last quarter dump on, oh, they changed the name to Meta. Meta is a decade away with virtual reality, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to spend 40 billion. Really? You're worrying about Facebook spending money to reinvent and to invest in the future? That's not the reason. The reason is people see the end of ad growth. Because in fact, it was not, forget ad growth, ad decline, ad revenue decline because of iOS blocking. There was no growth left. Okay, for the first time in forever, Facebook have declining ad revenue. So Twitter, more good news. Wow. There we go. Let it go. Like I said, I have 150 shares left, and if I get to 55, I get call away, and that's fine. Insane. Insane. Oh, Texas Instrument just dropped. Uh-huh. My alert just went off, and there you go. Now, what would I do? I will see if I can place some order down here. Okay. I would consider buy 20, but why rush? Why rush? 175, 174? Yeah. I'm not gonna chasing and running, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll see. We'll see how this pan out. But for sure, this is the first spot of consideration for Texas Instrument. I might nibble. I might throw in an order and buy like a small, tiny position there. In fact, I might do that now. Anyhow, time for me to do some trading. You know me, after the first 15 minutes, time to trade. If you have any question, ask it in the chat group. If you're not in the chat group, email me and I will forward the information to Jason and he will add you to the chat group. The chat group is up to the minute for many people as far as trading. So if you want to know what's going on during the day, the chat group is where it is at. All right, people, have a wonderful day. Time to go and do some trading. Bye-bye.